a warning?
There ain't nothing to worry about.
I'm worried that you work in an office, have children, celebrate wedding anniversaries. The world of heterosexual is a sick and boring life.
6 reasons why the West was wild. Emilio Estevez. I like these odds. Kiefer Sutherland.
You must like trouble.
Trouble? I'm a poet. Casey Shimoshko.
I'm a pugilist.
Dermot Mulroney.
Yeah, and all there is.
Lou Diamond Phillips. We're headed for blood. Charlie Sheen.
Saddle up!
Young Guns. Rated R. Starts Wednesday, August 10th at theaters everywhere.
Welcome back, listeners.
Welcome back.
Oh, boy.
I did have to break out my cowboy hat for this one.
I mean, this movie's right up your alley. I have a lot to say about this movie, especially the cast, but we're going to get right into it. There's a lot to discuss. Listeners, my name is Pete.
And I'm Scott, and these are the movies that made us gay. Very dear friend of the podcast, returning, last on for Hard Ticket to Hawaii, Millie De Chirico. Welcome back.
Millie, welcome back to the show.
I love it. Love the screams of children that are listening to the podcast.
That was so loud.
Oh, my God. Thank you for having me back. This is, like, I swear this is my favorite podcast to go on.
Thank you.
So sweet of you.
Thank you so much. Welcome back, of course. And this movie, I mean, come on. We This is so early 90s. Like, I feel like that.
But also 80s.
Yeah. I mean, late 80s to early 90s just feels
blends
like
together.
One big clump of 5 years that I just...
Totally.
Yeah, it's middle school, and we're gonna talk about it. So, Scott, talk about what movie we watched, get the paperwork out of the way, and we're going to jump right in.
We watched Young Guns, directed by Christopher Kane, written by John Fusco, released August 12th, 1988. The movie received very mixed reviews for the time, but was a box office success. So I was thinking about Western movies in the 1980s post Heaven's Gate. You did not really see a lot of major studio movies that were Westerns. And this is kind of one of the big ones from the 80s that I can think of post Heaven's Gate.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there was like Silverado, with was that Kevin Kline in Silverado? I think. But that
wasn't there's also like a string of, or not a string, Willie Nelson.
Oh my gosh.
Redheaded Stranger. Is that something? That's like 80, 84, 85 maybe.
Sure, yeah.
I only say this, and I swear to God, I only say this because I program a Westerns channel, and there for some reason is like a very, very small collection of films that we have that are from the 80s, and you're right, post Heaven's Gate, but they all seem to, the ones that we have anyway, are either featuring Willie Nelson or Chris Christopherson, and they're small, like nothing to this scale, I think is what I'm trying to say.
Sure. Silverado is 85 with Kevin Kline, Kevin Costner, and Scott Glenn, which I feel like was directed by Lawrence Kasdan.
Moderate success.
I feel like it had like humorous elements, but kind of an anomaly though in that 80s era. And it wasn't until this, and then later on with things like Tombstone and
I think Dances with Wolves and Unforgiven, those are two big deals in the 90s.
Yes.
This is kind of the opening act for that. This is also one of my favorite genre of 80s movies where this one's for the boys. Just a bunch of hot guys in a movie.
Right. Yeah. No, and that is, I think, was certainly the big selling point back in 88. And kind of still is the Brat Pack gang.
Right.
Well, we have a lot to say about that, of who is a Brat Pack member of this cast, because it's up for debate. We can discuss it.
Yeah. It wasn't until... you watched the Brat Pack documentary that Andrew McCarthy did when he was like laying the law of the land about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is maybe like the most definitive that I'd ever heard about who was in and who was out. right?
Yeah, I really feel like Andrew McCarthy in that was really drawing lines in the sand when I think it was really Young Guns too when they were like, all right, now we're throwing in Christian Slater. You know what I mean? I remember my sister coming up to me directly holding like probably Entertainment Weekly saying like, they're just adding whoever into the Brat Pack now. they're just letting them all in. I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, they're calling Young Guns 2 a Brat Pack movie. And I was like, Young Guns 2? Half of them died in the first one.
I mean, fucking Lou Diamond Phillips isn't even in the Brat Pack. If you want to get down to Brat Pack, he's a lot of these people aren't, is what I'm sure. Even the first one. So I'm like, and not to, pick apart that Andrew McCarthy.
Right.
But he seemed like he was really annoyed and angry about the Brat Pack thing, which, at the end of the day, I'm like, maybe he didn't even want to be in it.
It's like, maybe the problem's you, bro.
Yeah. He was pressed. And I feel like, again, we're not going to talk too long about it, but I think it was just so refreshing to see Demi and Rob Lowe just like, bro, come on. It's fine.
Relax.
Relax. Yeah.
His contentious relationship with Emilio they didn't talk after
that was
after was it St. Elmo's Fire premiere?
That was uncomfortable. Yeah. So I mean, really, Emilio Estevez and Charlie are the main.
Is Charlie even in the Brat Pack though? I don't know.
Question.
Brat Pack adjacent.
Yeah. I mean, what's he in at the time? Ferris Bueller. Like, and that's not
right.
And those, and even
this would have been around the time Platoon came out.
There you go.
In Wall Street.
Sure. Kiefer, no,
I don't think so.
Kiefer, no.
Thank God. I'm sorry, but Kiefer seemed too based to be in the Brat Pack. If you want to get down to Brat Pack.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Yeah,
he's kind of like too rough around the edges, but this also was the Lost Boys year, wasn't it? They come out in 88?
I think Lost Boys was 87.
Okay.
So he would have made it pretty close to the Lost Boys. I think that Kiefer was the youngest in the cast. I think he was 20.
I see. Can I just I don't know if we're going to get into things, but sure. I definitely had an observation about Emilio Estevez. Just because we're talking about him.
I have several observations about Emilio, but go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I think one of the things that I did not realize after watching it again and misremembering that maybe I watched Young Guns 2 and thought that was Young Guns 1.
Sure.
Is that this whole movie is like Emilio is the star of the movie, which I was actually shocked by. I think maybe now that I have seen it as an adult. Because I was like, oh, he's like front and center. I mean, they kill off Charlie Sheen.
Within 45 minutes of the movie.
If that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I was surprised by that. I guess he really had, because I was like trying to remember, okay, Emilio had heat back then. He wasn't he dating Paul Abdul or something? Yeah, but I was like, wow, he's like the star of Young Guns. That's kind of shocking.
Yeah, I kind of felt the same thing upon this rewatch because to me, I always remember it as more of this ensemble but Kiefer, being very kind of like on the rise at the time and. I forgot about Charlie Sheen's character, so I was just kind of like, oh, okay, this is really
I could see Charlie just doing it as a favor to Emilio, maybe to get some funding. Because, I mean, he would have been coming off of Platoon and Wall Street at the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty big movies.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, this story is really kind of about the renegades and this, what is this war that they are referring to in New Mexico, and Billy the Kid kind of being this central character in this kind of it's not even a land war. It's about like owning storefronts and stealing customers. It's a strange concept. But Billy the Kid being kind of, one of the most well-known outlaws from the Old West, right? That's just a name that you know. I mean, Doc Scurlock, I don't know that people just off the street know Doc Scurlock. But these are all real historical figures that these people are playing to various degrees of authenticity.
You're not saying that this movie...
Go ahead, Millie.
Sorry. No, I was going to say Pat Garrett is the only other person in the movie that I think is like as known
sure
as Billy the Kid, but...
Right.
I was going to say, you're not saying this movie is completely historically accurate, Pete.
I mean, maybe some liberties were taken with this movie, but such as Billy the Kid being so named because wasn't he like a teenager? Like when all this stuff went down, I feel like he was like an actual kind of a child.
He definitely looked it.
Yeah, and it's so interesting that we're watching this, and I'm thinking, did they cast Emilio? Yes, his star power at the time had a lot of heat behind him, right? But also, Emilio is kind of known for being not the tallest of dudes, right? Short King, Emilio Estevez. Mm-hmm. I'm right there with you, buddy. But I'm like, is it because, like, okay, he's a smaller guy, so he's going to give youth. He's going to give Billy the Kid. But this man is 27 years old when he's making this.
Yeah.
As are most of the cast.
He's as much as a kid as Kiefer Sutherland is.
And Lou Diamond Phillips.
And Lou Diamond Phillips.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're all under 30, fine, but they're in their like middle to, early late 20s, shall we say. But the whole time, the movie is called Young Guns. Several times throughout the movie, they're like referred to as being kids, as being young guys. None of them are even 21. It's like, well, sure they look youthful, but I don't know. Maybe
I know, and no amount of like drag makeup that I mean, Emilio was wearing so much foundation.
Yeah,
I noticed
in this
that too,
movie,
yeah.
And I mean, unfortunately, I think that's what has happened with like the restorations and the 4Ks and the upgrade the Blu-rays is that the makeup is really popping now.
Yeah.
But I couldn't believe how much makeup he was wearing. I was like, there were times where I was like, there's the bathtub scene, which I'm sure we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, he is slathered in foundation.
Yeah, absolutely.
And maybe they were trying to make him look like a kid.
Sure. Yeah.
But I'm like, it actually made him look 75 years old. So.
There were also some shots. There was like a late night party scene early on in the movie, and his hair was blow dried.
Oh, this whole cast. I hope that there's some outlets in the Old West.
They used a giant round brush.
I really want to brush
blow-dry.
Kiefer's hair.
Yeah,
it's so pretty.
No, I mean, no. Yeah. Kiefer Sutherland was like...
It's a good head of hair.
He's got a good head of hair. He's got that angel face. He just...
Yeah.
It's so interesting because usually at this time, coming off of Lost Boys and Stand By Me, as a kid, in this era, I'm in, maybe getting to middle school, I'm scared of Kiefer Sutherland. He, he's like...
He felt really leveled up.
Yes.
I think when I was that age. Yeah.
He scared the hell out of me in Stand By Me, and I mean, he's just a evil vampire. So to him play this character, this kind of like soft-spoken, like he's the one that falls in love and, all of that. I was just like, okay, this is giving me range.
He's kind of the most level-headed of the entire group, too.
Yeah, he seems like he's got like he's not what obviously I think with Billy the Kid his biggest issue is that he wants to just kill everybody in sight.
Yeah.
And he's just like trigger happy, and I feel like Kiefer / Doc is like, all right, dude, calm down. We'll be fine. Don't do anything crazy. But there's a lot of like hotheads in this movie, which I think is really interesting.
Yeah, I love it. We'll go down the cast to kind of go through everyone, all the titular young guns. But I mean, the thing is, the impetus of this movie is that Terrence Stamp plays John Tunstall, who is a British kind of businessman who enlists these street toughs to kind of like be his enforcers because these other crooked guys in town are trying to run him out of business, right?
Yeah.
And he's teaching them to read, and he's giving them manners and all of that. And John Tunstall...
Was this not giving... sorry to interrupt you. This whole conceit. And again, we're going back to the whole like historical accuracy thing too, because I was like, is this like the director, Christopher Cane's is like his Ryan Murphy love story, where he's like, you know what? I take the reality of what happened and I don't care. I'm just going to put in my own stank. But this whole Terrence Stamp thing was giving like rags to riches. You remember that TV show Rags to Riches? Or like any 80s thing, really, where a refined older gentleman who's a lot of times British just adopts all these like scrappy orphans and is like teaching them how to have manners and stuff. I was like, I don't remember this at all. I don't remember this at all when I was a kid.
Yeah, very different strokes. But you're right. It happened. His character gets off so early in the movie. I was just like, what? But you know, the thing is, he's their mentor. He's bringing them up out of the muck and the grime of the old West. In reality, when you look it up, John Tunstall dies at 24.
Wow.
So that's a complete lie. Is basically what you're saying.
But what I did read is that in most depictions of this conflict, he is portrayed as an older gentleman, kind of giving them the business. But in reality, he was their age, and if not younger, he's actually younger than the historical Doc Scurlock character, Kiefer. And around just a few years older than Billy, William Bonney. But he was their benefactor, essentially, and he was kind of like acting as a mentor to them. Now, he brings in, we see at the beginning, his little posse consists of Doc Scurlock, played by Kiefer, Chavez y Chavez, the maybe Mexican / native,
80s casting
person.
So he would have just been coming off of La Bamba then.
Lou Diamond Phillips. Right. La Bamba is what year? Let's see.
87, I think.
I hadn't seen La Bamba until fairly recently. I did not really grow up on La Bamba.
Guess what, kids? You know what's not in Lou Diamond Phillips most known for? La Bamba.
So interesting.
That's crazy, because that's the only thing. I mean, that like... He was. I've seen La Bamba probably like 20 times.
Right.
It's on TV constantly, or it used to be, and I was in love with him in La Bamba.
Yeah.
Like I thought he was so cute, and also he's one of my half Asian brothers.
I was gonna say,
is he Filipino?
His mom's Filipino. I think he's what they might call Wasian now, or Hapa, as I used to call. I think his dad actually. I want to say, because his dad is like white, but then has like some Cherokee or something.
Right.
I don't know, but like, yeah, he's definitely half Filipino and only played Mexicans and Native Americans in the 80s movies.
Right.
Which is, again, like you said, Scott, that casting, that 80s casting.
Yeah. I do remember him saying at the time, like, I do actually have Native blood in there. I'm not trying to go out for these native roles, but it's there, so sue me, kind of a thing. But even the character, the historical Chavez y Chavez character, I don't think was actually Mexican. I think he was part Native American, but I think was Spaniard. But it all blends together in the Old West.
Yeah.
We have Charlie Sheen as Dick Brewer, who is essentially the, I guess, leader of the Renegades. Yeah. Until Billy comes in.
Unceremoniously exits the movie.
I mean.
And they just kind of move on.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
They just kind of leave him there.
Mm-hmm.
Dermot Mulroney. I was like, oh yeah, Dermot Mulroney. What a cutie in the 80s.
So gross.
Dirty Steve.
Just always spitting in this movie.
Terrible teeth. Disgusting teeth. And there's no cuteness.
No.
In him at all.
He's all,
He looked like he was having fun, though.
Yeah, I was going to say.
He just looks like an orc from, like, Lord of the Rings. You can, like, drop him into, like, a battle there, and you wouldn't even know. Dirty Steve. And rounding it out, Casey Zamasco as Charlie.
Where would I know him from?
Casey Zamasco was partying out in the 80s. He was in, again, Stand By Me. He was one of the Bowers gang. He was with Kiefer.
Who's one of the bullies.
Who's one of the bullies. And he was the kid with the 3D glasses in Back to the Future, 3D.
Okay.
So I think he's in all three of them, Back to the Future movies, as 3D. So he's always wearing the 3D glasses. I mean, his most known for are that. Young Guns, Back to the Future 2, and Stand By Me. So, I mean, he was doing okay in the 80s. I thought he was kind of cute in this.
Oh, I thought so too.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is that if you want to get down to it, he's the most famous one in the sense that his lines were on Regulate by Warren G. So it's like his speech at the beginning of that Warren G song, you know, which now has probably made him, I mean, he's a rap legend, I guess, if you want to say it. But I was like, oh, yeah, that's his speech. But yeah, I have heard the name. I remember him kind of a little bit from the 80s, but I thought he was adorable in this movie.
Yeah, same. He's the one, he takes a wife, you know? That scene when he goes and visits the brothel, and he's just like, can you just hold me?
Yeah, that seems very sweet. Mm-hmm.
He's probably what you would maybe call he'd be hiring like platonic cuddler.
Yeah.
Like the recent season of Couples Therapy where the guy says that he wants to, you know, he's been hiring people to have platonic cuddles. And I'm like, oh, that's this guy.
There you go. Yeah.
He's a platonic cuddler. So.
I want to ask something for both of you.
Sure.
This movie lives forever as a TBS sizzle reel of this month on the Superstation, we're going to be playing Young Guns. I know that I have seen bits of this movie, never not edited for cable. I know that I've dropped into this movie occasionally, but for both of you, do you kind of have that Young Guns 2 in the first movie? Do they kind of blur together?
100%.
Yes.
Yeah. I assumed that Christian Slater was in this, and then when he didn't show up, I was like, "Oh, fuck! I don't know if I thought this movie was the right one."
Yeah,
and there was also a lot of confusion for me around the Bon Jovi song.
Same.
Because here's what I initially thought: I thought "Wanted Dead or Alive," the Bon Jovi song, was in Young Guns,
right?
And it wasn't. And I looked it up, and I was like, am I tripping? Or was Wanted Dead or Alive is not even a part of Young Guns at all.
Yeah.
But it really was his solo song that was in the second one, right? What is it called?
Blaze of Glory.
Blaze of Glory.
Yes.
That's right.
That video is pretty epic. We watched it right before
Yeah.
we started setting up.
He's got the full Janet Jackson beaded Native American like necklace.
That beautiful 80s hair.
His hair's extra long and just flowing. But no, you're right. Wanted Dead or Alive, I'm a cowboy on a steel horse I ride. Like, come on. You just, your head puts it all together as like, oh yeah, it was the whole Young Guns kind of. And we were talking earlier, I was like, how was there not a tie-in song to this movie? But Scott was mentioning that this is essentially an independent movie, right?
I think they independently financed this movie, and it was just distributed by who ended up picking up this movie? It's Fox. It's like a Fox movie.
Sure.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, you're right. Same Millie with me. I know my sister was a huge Christian Slater fan. Out of all the boys in all two of these movies, that's the one that she really honed in on. And so when that sequel came out, she was like, fuck yes, we're in, right? So we went full on into that. And she was also kind of into Bon Jovi when we were younger, and then as we started kind of going into our teens, was like, all right, this is kind of corny. But when Blaze of Glory did come out, I remember that video just being huge, you know, on MTV, and so it's just something that I think, our memories just kind of conflate like one with the other, especially, you know, because Bon Jovi had such the double Western themed songs, kind of not back to back, but you just assume
he seemed to be on that. Yeah, like he's like a Western, it's not even country. It's like American rock, but like dealing with Old West themes. I don't even know what to call that.
Yeah, because Bon Jovi as a band is not country. They're not metal. They're just like hard rock. Is it hard rock?
I don't even think it's hard rock.
It's just rock.
I mean, just kind of pop rock.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Rock, yeah.
They listen. What like the thing about this whole era? Because I want to say too, to Pete, to your earlier point about how the late '80s and the early '90s all mashed together in this one like middle school fever dream.
Yeah.
Because and that's why I do think that I confused Young Guns and Young Guns 2, because Young Guns 2 only came out like 2 years later in 1990. So it all felt like one big like era of Bon Jovi-ness and Young Guns-ness, I suppose. But the thing about Bon Jovi is, I mean, I remember like absolutely loving hair metal in this era.
Yeah.
Huge fan. And like most of the like actual metal heads that I knew, and I was not one of them, by the way. I was like a little girl who would like follow around the other girls in school that had big bangs and stuff.
Right.
Who were the actual fans that would go and like try to sleep with these guys, like Motley Crue or whatever. Bon Jovi felt so not that. It was like they had the hair, but they were more like spit polished. They were not raunchy in that way.
The cheerleaders are going to be listening to that.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Like you could be like captain of the tennis team and be very preppy and like Bon Jovi.
Sure.
Whereas maybe you wouldn't have liked, Warrant or Motley Crue, certainly. So, but yeah, it gave kind of like, it's hard to say that they're metal. They definitely just feel like American rock or something.
Right. I mean, look at this. In 1990, June 26th is the release of After the Rain by Nelson.
Oh,
Speaking of boys with very pretty hair.
Loved them.
I
loved Nelson too. Oh my God.
My goodness. Those videos that like they're
Can't Live Without You.
turquoise and pink everywhere, just kind of
so good. They had like the tightest jeans, beautiful blondes, like just beautiful blondes, and they looked the same. Except one parted his hair down the middle,
and one had side part. Just eagle feathers about everywhere as far as the eye could see. That whole vibe, that whole like kind of country adjacent. Also, I mean, I guess it is very culturally appropriate. Like, what do we say here? Like, there's a very heavy Native American vibe when you watch a Nelson video, and these two Swedes. I mean, Matthew and Gunnar Nelson.
Sure.
Ricky Nelson, dad.
Well, I mean, that was a whole thing about just kind of popular culture from the late 80s and early 90s. That whole going native, post dances with wolves, take over. Yeah, and like everything was Vision Quest and peyote fever dreams, like which I know we'll talk about at some point. But yeah, it was definitely that, and I think it was hooked into the hard rock heavy metal thing for sure. Yeah, there was a connection there. I don't know how. Maybe it's L.A. I don't know.
Yeah, there's that. L.A. is very part of that whole scene too. But it is interesting to see the evolution of people our age and that fascination with, Bon Jovi and Warrant and all of that. And then as it kind of went from like, was She's My Cherry Pie just kind of like the nail in the coffin of that era of music?
Might have been.
And it's just 1990.
Just kind of the grunge takeover in 92, 93.
Yeah, Alice in Chains and Nirvana are knocking on Janie Lane's door, or what's his name from Warrant. knocking that door down, and Lita Ford's just holding it back. Shoving her guitar through the...
So it was so though, like for me, I was so young. Like, I mean, a 12-year-old like fantasizing about Kip Winger from Winger. It's like so insane. Like, and I tell people that constantly. I was like, I was in love with Kip Winger. I was in love with this Mark Slaughter, the lead singer of the band Slaughter.
Yes.
But it all for me, it all started with Van Halen and David Lee Roth, and basically it was that whole vibe where I was like being taught, I suppose, like sexuality and straight maleness from these things, like, because it just was so sexual and so performative, and there was also like a lot of like gender bending questions that were happening within some of these performers. So I was sort of like obsessed with it all, and all the guys in the 80s had long hair, and it was just sort of like I was like in love with guys that had Lou Diamond Phillips's hair in Young Guns and, Bon Jovi's tight jeans and shit. I mean, it just was all a big package of straight guyness that I was fascinated with,
I was noticing that about this movie, that all of these actors kind of like no one was wigged. This is just all their hair. Mm-hmm. They all just left the set and went out partying at the Roxbury.
They just got it blow dried
with like Shannon Doherty and and
this movie needs a very it girl in this cast.
Listen, we're watching this movie and I was like, oh, there's a woman.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what minute it was, but I was like, oh, there's a lady. I haven't seen one yet, but then all these guys, their hair, I guess it works for the era, but it also worked for 1990.
Yeah.
These dudes were just rocking this look.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to grow up my hair right now. I want it to get to Kiefer's length.
Kiefer's hair is, you're right. It is gorgeous.
Yeah. He, his hair was extra great. I think it was like definitely starting with oh my gosh, like Lost Boys.
Oh, Lost Boys, yeah.
That was like the full version of what it could do and what it could be. And then he's had good hair ever since, basically. And I would also like to add, I have to say, of course, now that I'm middle-aged, my eyes have begun to wander into like the Terrence Stamp and Terry O'Quinn.
Yeah.
Like era, which is, I never thought I'd say that ever, but here we are. I will never think Jack Palance is hot. I think he's a freak.
Yeah.
Yes. He was freaky in this movie. It like made me laugh.
I also think it was kind of an 80s facelift on Jack Palance too.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
No, every time he came on screen, every word out of his mouth, cackling.
Crazy.
I was just like, this is psychotic.
He's just a parody of himself.
He's a psycho.
Yeah.
And acts like a psycho in every movie he's ever done.
Yeah,
and every commercial he's ever done. But like Terrence Stamp, I would gotta say, like I was like, here's this handsome fella.
Yeah.
Like distinguished gentleman. Too bad he dies pretty quickly.
I know. No, I agree. There's this thing where we're used to actors of a certain age, and then when we see them younger, I'm like, do I just think they're super handsome because it's a younger version of what I know, or maybe they're just a super handsome dude? But no, Terry O'Quinn and Terrence Stamp in this movie, I was like, all right, okay, both of you.
I was like, Terry, like stepfather, but like at the same time, like you're looking pretty good in the Old West, I suppose. And then to your point about there not being like a female lead necessarily, I think that's odd because at the end of the movie, I mean, I don't want to cut to the chase, but basically like his like Terry O'Quinn plays like the lawyer that's like sort of like hanging out with the regulators, and he's kind of like protects them. His wife is with him, and they are, also at some point being, stalked by, the bad guys and everybody. And then at the end of the movie, it's like she ends up becoming like a boss bitch. And I'm like, well, what happened? Why not give her a little bit more meat in this storyline? Like, because she seems like she's cool.
No, absolutely.
And, why not?
Yeah,
so.
she slaps that like army general or whatever right across the face. You're like, oh, okay.
I could see the shooting script maybe being a little stronger than what they actually edited too. I could see a lot of this movie kind of going away in the edit, and I think that Emilio has commented on that, of just kind of what changed from the shooting script to what ended up making it on screen.
Yeah, he seems like Emilio seems like he's just got a lot of things to say about his, like his acting career, and he's like beefing with everybody, and like he's just like that. I was making art, and they made it shit, and you're like, wow. But I think there's some truth to that because he had basically said, I'm paraphrasing, that like, oh, I went in it thinking it was going to be this like big historical amazing movie, and then it ended up being like, a bunch of fucking cool hot guys, and he was disappointed or something. So You're probably right about that.
I feel like Emilio is one of those actors that he did ultimately direct quite a few projects, but I think he was always kind of like, I need to get behind the camera because I've got the big ideas, right? There is one other female character, Yen's son, played by Alice Carter, who Kiefer Sutherland's character, Doc, falls in love with, but repeatedly refers to as a China doll.
Yeah.
And when she runs into the burning house at the end of the movie, Jack Palance just screams, China, several times. Why is he calling her China?
A lot of slurs.
That's not her name. I'm like, why is he just screaming that? And then also, in the voiceover later on, and it's a couple of other moments, Kiefer refers to taking a celestial wife.
Yeah, what is
that?
I was like, is that referring to like Asian ladies? Like, I don't know what that means.
When I think of celestial, I think of stuff like the stars.
Right.
I don't know.
So what does that mean? I don't get it. I'm sure there's some sort of historical, reference to that, but he's all about Yen's son, and it's very cryptic. Listeners, sorry, I'm not trying to.
Celestial Wife.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
There's a book. It seems like there's a book called The Celestial Wife. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's new though.
Yeah, I was gonna say this got lost to time.
Yes.
I recognize the dad from The Parent Trap.
Who? No, Brian
Keith.
He's credited as Buckshot Roberts. Which one was he?
He's a bounty hunter hired by Murphy to eliminate the regulars.
Is he the one that ends up
regulators, excuse me.
He's in the outhouse.
I was going to say he ends up in the outhouse. Yeah, okay. All right.
But yeah.
Oh, just really quickly, speaking of cameos, we found Tom Cruise.
Yeah, we had to do a frame. We had to do a frame by frame.
Yeah, we had to do a freeze frame situation.
We'll have to post it.
So was he like popping in? He was already famous, right?
Oh yeah.
By the time, okay. So he just kind of came in and was like, "What's up, guys? I'll just dress up."
Yeah, I think it was a situation of just like, I'm going to visit the set.
Who do you think he was closest with? Who was he visiting?
Yeah,
do you think he was probably closest with Emilio?
I would have said Charlie. But he wasn't even in that scene.
Friendly with the family.
Yeah. Yeah, so probably Emilio, I guess. But, so the story goes that he just showed up on set to say, what's up, my dudes? And then they were like, hey, got a big shootout. We're going to throw some mutton chops and a mustache on you.
I know. I'm on Reddit right now. Somebody did a screen grab.
Okay.
Wow. I would have never found this. So you found it.
Yeah, we had to go. We pretty much had to go frame by frame.
One of the trivia notes somewhere kind of said what scene it was, and we broke it down. The timestamp on the trivia was wrong, but we broke it down based on their description of events, and we're like, there it is. That's him.
Wow.
So yeah.
And also, apparently, Randy Travis was in it. I didn't see him.
So the character that Randy Travis is playing,
who is Randy Travis?
His back is to the camera. You never see his face.
Oh, I see.
But okay. I think Randy Travis has a cameo in part 2 where you do see him.
Oh,
I think he's in a fight and he gets punched or something, or punched through a window or something like that.
Okay, I'm looking at Reddit again. Okay, I see him now. I see him in. Okay, by the way, not for nothing, I've just pulled up the Internet Movie Firearms database, and it shows. Louise. I know. I was like, who is monitoring that?
Yeah.
But now I see the photo from both Young Guns and Young Guns 2. So, Scott, you don't know Randy Travis?
No, I know Randy Travis. I was wondering who
he meant. Who was he in the movie?
Yeah. Oh no, I'm familiar with Randy Travis.
Yeah.
My sister had a giant life-size poster of Randy Travis on her bedroom wall. Life size.
Yeah. The photo of Tom Cruise from Reddit, that's the character that we found, but there are shots of him where you see his eyes, and they're a little bit more recognizable. Now, Scott, in this movie, at the very, very end, I guess they're not Confederate soldiers, whatever, or the Union, I don't know. They have that big machine gun thing that they are rolling with the and that kills like Terry O'Quinn, that guy who's running it is credited as Randy Travis, Gatling gun operator.
Gatling.
This movie,
But they don't show his face. They only show, because I saw that in the thing, and I was waiting for it. And I was like, "There's a Gatling gun."
This movie is very violent, more violent than I remember it being.
Yeah,
you see Emilio point blank shoot more than one person in the head.
Yeah,
numerous times in the movie.
Yeah, that's
pretty wild,
pretty crazy. Yeah. Especially when it's that guy who is like the turncoat guy or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I clocked him. I was like, don't trust this dude.
Absolutely.
And it's like he shows up on the doorstep when the Tunstall, what's his name? It's the Terrence Stamp character.
Yeah,
John
Tunstall. Yeah.
He's still alive. He's still taking in strays, and this guy's like, "Hey, what's up? I heard that you're like taking in strays?" And and Terrence Stamp is just like looking at him, and he's like, "Well, I thought you were with the opposite gang." He's like, "No, I called my boss fat or whatever he said." And it's like, and now like he kicked me out of the group, and I'm like, this guy is full of shit.
He's like, all right,
don't let him in.
Bunkhouses around back.
No, I agree. I was like, this is fishy. This is gonna bite him in the ass, and I guess Billy the Kid saw right through him. Yeah. So the whole thing in this movie about Billy being reported in all the papers as being a lefty, and him just saying like, I'm not left-handed. I guess that comes from a tintype that went around.
Was it flipped?
William Bonney, and they were flipped in the newspapers. Yeah, when they were kind of printed out. So he was either holding his gun or where it was on his hip was on the wrong side. So people just were like, "Oh, he's a lefty," and he wasn't.
Wow.
Yes. And so another thing in this movie that it gets right is his aliases, I guess, that even William Bonney, at this point, people are thinking probably was another alias. And one of the aliases that they used in this movie was probably his actual name. So, so they were throwing a lot of historical stuff in there because I know that people that are into like this era, there are some people that can be like super duper into it, you know?
Definitely.
But us, the casual viewers, are just like, all right, Billy the Kid, he was young-ish.
Yeah. Tell your tale. I mean, I'm not going to go back and like pick out with a fine-tooth comb and be like, actually, he was not wearing those boots because they weren't made until 17, blah, 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 you know?
Yeah.
So I was curious. I mean, maybe this is something that we should really think about.
Sure.
But I would love your rankings of the young guns from hottest to not.
Sure.
Okay.
Now,
is that too much to ask?
No, I think we can do it.
Not at all. Mm-hmm. Now, listen, you pull up the poster, and Dermot Mulroney is not looking that bad.
Yeah,
based on the poster.
He looks pretty normal on the poster.
Yeah,
yes.
He's got some dirt on his face. He definitely has the chaw like in his gums, but it's not. He's pretty grody throughout the movie. So I think we have to say, going by how they look in the movie.
Yes, yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Scott, I'm probably going to guess that what your number one is, but do you want to start at the bottom?
Okay, so I'll start at the bottom. And honestly, these are all really handsome men. So I mean, this is like a pretty solid curve. Like even the bottom is pretty cute. I'll probably do Dermot, Casey.
You're putting Casey second to last?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Emilio, Lou, Charlie, and Kiefer. I do think 80s Charlie Sheen is very handsome.
You do love 80s Charlie Sheen, yeah.
I do.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Did I miss anybody?
No, that's everybody.
Did I get them all?
That's all the young guns.
That's good.
Yeah.
What
so
about
Kiefer's your number one?
I think Kiefer's my number one.
Yeah, I hear you. Pete, what about you?
All right. Based on how they look in the movie, I'm definitely going. There's 6 of them, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm definitely going Dermot number 6. I might go Emilio 5, Charlie 4, then Lou 3, Casey's my number 2, and then Kiefer's my number 1.
Okay.
But I think Casey and Kiefer are very close 1 and 2.
Yeah.
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 That's me. I just never really had anything for Emilio. And I think in this movie in particular, he really looks like Martin.
Yeah.
I get a lot of Martin in this movie. I used to think that Charlie and Martin Sheen were like spit and image, and they are. Yeah. But in this movie, there's some shots where Emilio's really giving young Martin Sheen. And I don't, he's a fine-looking gentleman.
I see more
fine-looking men.
I see more
for me.
I see more Martin Sheen on the poster of Charlie.
Yes,
that frown,
yes.
that brow,
furrowed brow. Yeah. But in this movie, I feel like Casey's really doing it for me. Yeah, but I mean, you can't beat Kiefer. The hair, that pretty little face.
I'm not a blonde gal.
Sure,
I've always liked him.
Yeah.
So, okay, good info. Good to know.
Yeah. I mean, do you have a ranking? You're going to share your ranking? Come on.
Oh, I would like. Yeah, I'll share my ranking, of course. Pete, you and I have the same bottom 3.
Yeah. Okay.
So what did you say? It was Dermot at 6.
Yeah. Emilio
at 5.
Yeah.
Charlie at 4.
Yeah.
How I go differently though is Casey at 3.
Yeah.
Kiefer at 2.
Okay.
And Lou at 1.
You're number 1.
He was so fucking hot in this movie, and I was like, I like him with the cut jaw and like the hair, and like his look was great. Like hard to say like what the hell happened to him and in the last of the shootout, right? Because that was like the big thing was that. There's some recurring motif in the movie of like, we got to stick together. It's all for one. And
right.
And everybody's like, well, fuck, we're getting massacred out here by all these like fucking, cowboy dudes. And like, we're, I don't want to die, basically. Yeah. And so, but like for the most part, they stay intact. But then like at some point, the Lou Diamond Phillips character peels off secretly in the shootout. And I'm like, well, what happened to him? I guess he, went home or whatever. But but to me, he's my top. And Kiefer's very close second. I will say.
Yeah.
So
I remember you pointed out on our Lost Boys episode, Kiefer has a very cute little nose.
Well, I was reading a review somewhere, and some critic referred to Kiefer Sutherland as having a pixie-like nose.
Yeah.
He just had very like refined features, which is interesting because I feel like Donald Sutherland is so masculine looking, and they look similar.
It's the eyes.
They resemble each other,
yeah.
But Kiefer is just so much prettier.
Yeah, he looks like such a cute old man. Oh my god! I just like looked at his Wikipedia. His picture on his Wikipedia page is from like 2 years ago, and I'm like, like. I would fucking destroy that computer programmer, IT guru, whoever the hell he is. He just looks like such a, he's got like that little beard that's all trimmed. Yeah. That nose.
There's, what are these called, Scott? These like lobby cards?
Is that a tin type?
No. But these are like lobby cards.
Yeah.
For the movie.
Oh, yeah. Like a lobby card. Yeah.
When you go on the IMDb images for this movie, there's a set of lobby cards for everyone, and they're those those black and white that have just multiple pictures, and they are promo shots of everyone in costume, and they're looking very period. And they all look great. Charlie looks great. Lou looks amazing in his. But Kiefer is one of them. It almost looks like a headshot.
Yeah, that is a headshot.
But he's in costume. I think that's Doc.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I can't tell. We're going to have to post these because everybody's... Casey's looks like you were saying, Scott, these are giving...
They kind of tried to do the vintage silver on metal.
Right. They're
photos.
kind of giving the Knott's Berry Farm.
Everybody looks like they're at Knott's Berry Farm and they're going in the Old West photo shoot.
Yes. I have one of those from when I was a kid. My parents, we went into arcade in the Chicago, whatever Museum of Industry or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm in a covered wagon with my mom and dad. We're wearing our normal clothes though, because I realized later that you had to pay extra to dress in the period clothes.
They still do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, what a grift!
We did it a few years ago
It's
at
a
Knott's.
racket. No,
Yep.
we did it at Knott's, but then we did it at
We did it in Tombstone. Because my parents had a house in southern Arizona, and we went to Tombstone, which if you've never gone to Tombstone, it is like it's a full tourist trap. I love it.
Yeah.
With full fake shootouts for the tourists, and I think that's where we did it.
Yeah, we did.
My mom really insisted that we get one.
There was a shop in Tombstone, and your entire family was there, and your mom insisted, and we all dressed in. We did the whole extra for the costumes and everything.
Cute.
And it's what we have the picture around here somewhere. But yeah, I feel like almost every family has some sort of like one of those around.
I swear if I took one now, like if I went to Six Flags or something and they were like, Ben and them were like, let's go do an Old West portrait.
Yeah.
I just look like a brothel owner. I would just look like a Kathy Bates character, like just like some. They wouldn't put me in like cute corset. They'd just be like, you run the brothel.
Yeah,
in the town.
the local madam.
Yeah, but those are fun though. Those are like fun little things.
I mean, speaking of the madam, I did read another little bit of trivia in that the scene, we mentioned it earlier, where the Charlie character, Casey Zamasco, visits the woman of the evening. And I guess that scene was shortened and that there was some dialogue after that he left the room and was speaking. I don't know if he was speaking to the crowd, but it was revealed somehow through dialogue that the woman, that the prostitute, was his character's mother.
Oh, I thought that I read that he just calls her mom just as what like a little boy might do, but the character is his mom.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Right.
I kind of wish that made it in the movie.
Because that's why he was like, just hug me or whatever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because her tits were kind of out.
They were kind of out.
Yeah. Disturbing. Like, I was like, if that was your mom, I would be like, yo. Platonic cuddler, we know, but at the same time.
Right. So, I mean, maybe it's that's apocryphal and it was just kind of like, Scott, what you were saying.
Yeah.
These things get a little...
he just buttons the scene by calling her mom.
Right. These things get a little conflated in the IMDb trivia, but that's in there. It's been 30 years. Who knows what the real what the real story is, but
the legend.
Yeah. So let's see. In the audio commentary, Casey Zamasco reveals the prostitute Charlie goes to see was actually a longer scene, and the end of the scene, he tells the guys the woman was his mother. Yeah, that's the bit of trivia. So we'll see. So apparently there is a DVD commentary with all 6 of them.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
Oh man.
The digital copy is only $5 on iTunes right now.
Yeah.
I should buy it and listen to some of it.
Do you think the digital copy has a commentary?
I think so.
That'd be cool.
This director, very interesting, just kind of a studio for hire. Christopher Kane, he did The Principal, Pure Country. I remember Pure Country that has, I think, George Strait in it.
George Strait. Oh, yeah.
The Next Karate Kid, The Amazing Panda Adventure, and Gone Fishing. And he is the stepfather for Dean Cain. Yeah.
Oh, too bad for that.
Yeah, too bad for that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He really cranked out a cool dude.
I know. Do those politics run in the family? Because then,
Are you? So this movie is written by John Fusco. He wrote Thunderheart. Have you ever seen Thunderheart with Val Kilmer? That was always a favorite of mine.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I gotta put. It's so funny because when I was growing up, I think I had like sort of again passively watched these like westerns from my childhood, but never sought them out. Unless it was something like this, unless there was like hot, young, cool dudes in it. But, you know, for the most part, I wasn't watching stuff. Well, I think I did watch Dances with Wolves because my mom took me or something.
It was
like,
a huge deal, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. But it was like, I never watched Tombstone. And a lot of this stuff now appeals to me a lot. Like, I love Westerns now, but I didn't as a kid. And so there's this whole like gap of mine where I would love to like go back and watch. I actually bought Heaven's Gate on Criterion that I've been meaning to watch. I just have it unopened.
The director's cut's supposed to be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But a lot of this, like a lot of Westerns from the 80s and 90s, it's like I'm trying to catch up with them now, and it's been fun. I mean, The Quick and the Dead. Have you ever seen that one?
Sam
with
Raimi's
Sharon
Quick and the
Stone?
Dead.
Yeah.
Not since I was a kid. I definitely grew up watching Westerns. I mean, my dad, whenever you would go over to my grandpa's house, an episode of Gunsmoke would always be on. And just kind of any Western that was on TV. I remember watching a lot of Westerns when I would go visit my dad, like The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, Once Upon a Time in the West. So it's something that I kind of am a little nostalgic for.
Yeah. And like the thing that kind of immediately that Young Guns reminded me of is like The Magnificent Seven, which is kind of that ensemble cast of like popular actors that are in a movie together, like a Western together. So, I wanted to ask if you like to just talk about the peyote scene because it was a lot longer than I assumed it would be. It went on for a long time.
And the voice modulation was definitely getting to me. I was like, all right.
I usually laugh really hard when I hear voices like slowed down voices like that. I always think of like Jerry Blank from Strangers with Candy. Anytime like they would like slow her voice down, it makes me laugh. But yeah, I was like, wow, they're still tripping.
Yeah.
Damn, this is still happening.
They were on this like peyote trip all the way into actual Mexico.
Yeah.
Cross the country line. They were because the next scene now they're just they went through the Indian village first, right? Yeah. And then I think
I kind of like everybody's look at them of like these dummies,
these idiots,
idiots that are on their little drug trip.
Yeah.
Billy the Kid's riding his horse backwards.
Riding
dumbass.
Yeah, riding backwards through town was crazy. But yeah, no, it was pretty wild. I was like, all right, this is going on way too long. Way too long.
I know. I was like, are we just fascinated by watching these like young, hot stars of the day like trip their balls off?
Yeah.
And maybe that should take up a very large part of the plot.
Yeah.
Like, or the runtime or whatever. And it's funny to watch them geek out, I guess. I don't know. But it was really funny to hear the voices all slowed down.
Yeah. So because this is a late 80s, early 90s kind of action movie with hunks, we did get buns.
I was going to say we got some buns.
We got some Emilio buns. I was
also Kiefer in the spring.
Oh, sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I expected more of that.
Sure.
I was like, oh, okay. I thought there would be like maybe all of them or something. All of them like jumping into a pond or something. No,
Please,
Do you think there were some negotiations on set who was going to show the butt?
Maybe.
And Emilio felt, since I'm the lead of the lead of the movie, I have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I mean, it's great that it's there. It is so funny though that because I feel like nowadays in 2026 we're just so used to anybody in this movie today sitting in that bathtub would have just been like ripped beyond belief.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Emilio's just in there looking like a dude.
Yes.
Just looking like your older sister's boyfriend. Just like,
oh, totally. Because I was looking.
Yeah.
I was like, I know he's got his pancake makeup on.
Yeah.
It's distracting me. But like, I got to see like what the chest hair situation is.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't know these things. And then when he did pop up ass out, I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that at all. You know, and then of course The problem with watching things on digital is that a lot of times you can't go frame by frame.
Right.
Sure.
Depending on where you watch it.
You could do that on a tape, easy. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And I'm like, this fucking sucks. So I can't like do the thing where I'm going frame by frame to see if we get like a dick pop or whatever, you know. And so I was like, this is why you want physical media people, is to be able to really hone in on this. And I didn't see a dick pop before I just saw the butt, but he just looked like a normal dude. He would have been, I think in a modern context, he would have looked like a Hemsworth or something.
Yeah,
you know? Like,
completely shredded. Yeah, but here, just a fine looking gentleman.
He has a good perky little butt. Though.
No, the butt's better than I expected. Better than I was expecting. But you're right. I feel because we're an Apple TV family, and that remote, it's like there's
us trying to find Tom Cruise. We had to go back
so many times
and rewatch the scene probably like 5 times.
Yeah, the scrubbing on those remotes sucks. It's terrible.
It sucks. And then you press pause, and then the fucking whole menu pops up with like the cast and shit. I'm like, get this out of the way! What the hell are we doing?
Peacock is the worst.
Because they give you ads.
They just started to add this whole thing where if you pause Housewives in a whole like it becomes a tiny little box and all this shit pops up. Yeah, we just fired up the VCR and that bitch has frame by frame on that pause. It's like perfect,
beautiful. Yeah. I think the last time we were celebrating this the old school technology was when it was like the 4K of the original Terminator came out, and then we were like,
you can see that dick swinging. Yeah,
love it. And we were like, check this out. And we were like, we'll never do this on Pluto. You can never do this on any of the streaming sites. Like, you have to have the physical disc or the tape. So, oh gosh,
especially you can't do it on Pluto because on the apps that have ads built in, when you start rewinding and fast forwarding, the ads just pop up. Yeah. You're just like at the mercy.
They're onto it.
Yeah, they're onto you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. It's like if you accidentally hit the remote with your thigh and then it pauses, it's like the moment it comes back, it's like you have to watch 3 minutes of ads and you're like, oh my God. It's worthless.
I mean, we watched this on Amazon Prime and we're not paying for ad free on Amazon Prime. So we got 2 ad breaks in it. And granted, 2 ad breaks is not bad for a full movie.
Oh, yeah. That's actually pretty good.
That's actually pretty good. But still, I was worried about scrubbing back to look for Tom Cruise and all of that because I was like, oh, my God, now here it goes. But, luckily we were okay. We were watching something the other day, and it was on Pluto. We watched the whole movie.
We were watching a Very Brady sequel.
It was a Very Brady sequel on Pluto, and we did not get one ad. Nope. Touch wood. I was like, well, I didn't even want to say anything. I was like, hey, we haven't. Oh, I didn't even finish the sentence because I was like, I'm going to jinx it.
Yeah.
But sometimes
sometimes I find that if the streamer believes that the movie is shitty enough, they won't run an ad. Where I'm just like, okay, I guess you don't care. You're thinking, no one's watching this. Why are we going to do a dynamic ad insertion? I'm like, no, there's a whole crew of weirdos that love shit like this. And like, we're all like celebrating, like, yes.
Those weird movies are the reason that we keep Tubi around.
Yep.
Because of those dumb shit movies that they think nobody's watching.
I mean, it's why Tubi gets a name drop about once every 5 episodes of our show.
On our show, yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. I think probably more than that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, it's like those are repositories for just like weird shit, and there's an audience for that. I mean, it's like I'm not going to watch Terminator 2 on Tubi. I'm going to watch like some crazy shit like Young Guns 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know, but it's funny because I will say that when I was like the minute I stopped the original Young Guns, for this, I was like, should I just go ahead and rock Young Guns too, just to like put it on?
Yeah. I think we need to.
Yeah. And then I just saw that Emilio says that there's going to be a 3rd.
I read that.
Okay, so is this like...
And that was as recently... That's this year, he said,
is
or
this
2025.
Is this like that St. Elmo's Fire sequel that is never going to happen that Demi was talking about when doing press for the substance?
Maybe.
Gotta do it.
But the quote was as recent as 2025.
Okay,
I'm
so-
feeling like this could still happen because sometimes you read those quotes and you're like, oh, this is from 2007. This is not materializing.
This is dead.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
do you
yeah,
think
yeah.
that a Young Guns sequel would be
Old guns.
Old Guns, all of our returning favorites that are still alive at the end of the movie?
But the thing
or would you
is-
recast new Young Guns?
The thing is, Billy the Kid, the historical Billy the Kid,
he dies at like 21.
does die very young. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I mean, I'm thinking this is going to be a Paramount Plus original.
Yeah.
Perhaps starring Dermot and Casey.
Okay.
And maybe Lou. But definitely not Kiefer. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to
Yeah.
get, like, people who would make... and maybe Emilio directs it or something.
Okay.
I don't know if he would be in it. I
Sure.
don't know if he's... But that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's like a Paramount Plus. Then they're going to run a bunch of Yellowstone episodes around
Yeah.
the premiere. And, you know what I mean? Like, do a little tie-in.
Yeah. What's the Michelle show that you hate?
The Madison?
The Madison. So,
Terrible.
What they do with a lot of these, the Hocus Pocus 2 situation is that we get the new group of kids in there that we don't care anything about. That we're just like, I don't care. Just give me Bette Midler.
Yeah.
And they're there, but not as much as they were the first time around because it's like, okay, we're gonna have this new group of kids because I guess they're banking on the youth watching these. It's hard when all of these characters, these were outlaws that all died in their 20s or 30s. So who knows?
Yeah, what could it be? I mean, that's just maybe they all play ghosts or something.
Because also the Old West kind of, I mean, it lasted a certain amount of time.
Sure.
So by the time these guys are coming around, it's like, is like New Mexico completely industrialized by that? I don't know.
Yeah. Or here's a thought experiment.
Yeah.
Okay. Both of you are in charge of casting the new Young Guns.
Sure.
Pie in the sky, hottest dudes in Hollywood.
Right.
6. Who would you cast?
And I mean, are we going to go at? See, that's the thing. Who's our new Billy the Kid?
It can't be Timothy Chalamet.
Jacob Elordi.
He has
I
to
don't
sit
know.
this one out.
Jacob
He's too
Elordi.
tall. He's way too tall.
Yeah,
for
Jacob's
Billy
too
Kid.
tall. He's,
You know who
he's
I
getting
was
shot immediately.
You know who I was thinking about
Yeah.
is the kid who was supposed to be He-Man before they canceled that version of the movie, Noah.
Oh, Noah Centineo.
Centineo.
Okay.
But
Sure.
I think, but we have to cast somebody in their early 20s, though.
I don't know who these kids are these days.
I don't know.
That are that age. That are that age.
Yeah, he's cute.
He is. He's very cute. Yeah. Who is Cameron Manheim's son?
Sure. Yeah. Milo
Manheim.
Yeah, Milo Manheim.
I know he's hot right now. I know he's doing a lot of work.
You
these
didn't
days.
see Obsession
I didn't see Obsession
last week,
no.
but Michael Johnson, who plays Bear in Obsession, is pretty cute.
He is.
I think he can be
He's
a young
gay,
gun.
right?
And he's gay, yep.
Oh, all right. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't,
So, okay, you could have... Okay, here's the thing. It feels like there is... Like, you could cast these very young, early 20s guys, and then pepper in a couple of 27, 29-year-olds. You know?
Sure.
Because how old is Timothy? He's
Pushing 30.
He's 29, 28.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah,
know that
so-
he's officially... He would not be the youngest to win an Oscar.
No, we're
For Best Actor. He's far removed from that now.
okay.
Oh, like Austin Butler is 34? Shit.
Yeah. See?
I'm like...
these guys are playing Terrence Stamp at this point.
Yes. He's the new Terry O'Quinn.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jacob Elordi is 28.
All right.
He could be like the Charlie Sheen.
Sure.
He's the foreman.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I like that.
Who? Yeah. I mean,
We're gonna go ahead and get Blue Beetle.
Oh, the Blue Beetle kid?
Xolo,
Yeah.
Xolo Maridueña from Cobra Kai. He's going to be Chavez E. Chavez.
okay.
He's actually
Sounds
Mexican.
good. Sounds good.
Although he's probably pushing 30 himself.
Yeah, Barry Keoghan is like in his 30s. They are older than I thought,
right?
I suppose.
I don't think this is really Paul Mescal's thing.
Yeah.
Okay, Shola's 24. That works.
And then you could get like a Pedro Pascal or an Oscar Isaac to play, the old man roles, right?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. What's his name? Tree of Life kid. He's too old, right? Ty Sheridan. 96. Oh, he's 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody just kind of looked old in the Old West.
This is also true. When you start looking at the...
I mean, Kiefer looks like he's in his late 20s, and he's 20.
Yeah, no, you're
movie.
right. Even in 1990, Kiefer Sutherland looks like, like he's pushing 30 himself, and he's 21. He's one of the younger ones of this cast.
I think this is right before he started dating Julia. I think they met on Flatliners, and I think Flatliners would have filmed right after this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I love the the Lincoln County War. I'm looking at the historical accuracy section of
I'm sure the historical
Wikipedia.
accuracy section of Wikipedia has some thoughts.
Artistic licenses include, and then there's like a whole paragraph. Yeah, Terrence Stamp was 49 at the time of filming, and John Tunstall was 24 years old at the time of his death.
Yeah, I guess if you were to update this, I guess it does just turn into a Taylor Sheridan drama. Because I guess that's what audiences want now out of something like this.
Yeah, it kind of feels impossible to like make a Western without there being some like, Taylor Sheridan, Kevin Costner.
Well, we saw how Horizon went, an American Saga, and that sequel's probably never going to come out.
Yeah. Like, I mean, it would be kind of remarkable to cast, like, Tom Holland in the new Young Guns or something, like to have, like, all these, like, new actors who aren't, like, as aggressively hetero as Kiefer Sutherland was in 1988 or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, it would be an audience question, right? It would be like, who would be in it? Like who would watch it? I mean, I think that there is a built-in audience with that Yellowstone thing.
Yeah.
Right.
That would probably watch it.
Right.
So.
But I mean, wasn't that kind of the selling point of this movie, and even the title being Young Guns, is that like we're bringing in this like Brat Pack kind of thing, so we're going to pack the seats with these kids that are just going to go to watch,
and even
these boys.
The beginning opening credits, they're almost edited like a music video on MTV.
Yeah, the opening credits are pretty wild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, if that was kind of the selling point or the marketing angle for this movie, because like we were saying, the Westerns were not hits at this point. We didn't have the prestige Western, Kevin Costner, Clint Eastwood situation of a few years later. So I think they're just solely banking on the fact that we've got pretty guys in this they're
banking on the boys
to bring in the teenagers. So I mean, maybe there is something there for casting, Tom Holland and Timmy and all those guys, bring just this like super group, the merging of the super hunks into one movie. That's not a superhero movie.
Pretty much anybody, if you manage to make it on that Vanity Fair cover this year of Young Hollywood, you're up for Young Guns. I don't think this is Paul Mescal's thing.
No.
And he's going to be making those Beatles movies for the next 2 years.
Right.
Oh yeah, speaking of the Beatles movie, like my favorite, one of the hotties right now is Harris Dickinson.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Oh, he could be in. Oh, he could be in Young Guns.
You've seen
3.
Beach Rats.
Yes.
You've seen Beach Rats, right?
Beach Rats. Oh
okay,
yeah.
Good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When I found out that he was a skater, he's a skateboarder,
that makes sense.
I was like, it's a closed case for me. I can't take any more of this information.
Yeah, get right out of town. We're done. We're done with that one. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, there is moment at the end of the movie when the army comes in, that like general comes in, and half of his like battalion are black soldiers. That was noted that was historically accurate at the time, just because of the way the military was kind of doled out.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, Michael B. Jordan is definitely too A-list, too big at this point.
Yeah.
To be in our Young Guns.
He has his Best Actor Oscar. I don't think he needs to be in Young Guns.
Yeah. Yeah, but we definitely need someone that's chasing Michael B. Jordan to
unless they were like, we need Scorsese to direct Young Guns 3.
There you go,
Emilio. You'll just get like a credit. we do not need your services, sir. We have the finest director of period film, Scorsese, and then you would definitely see Michael B. and all the dudes would come.
Yes,
crawling.
they'll come flying for that.
You'd probably even get Leo to be somewhere in the movie. If it's going to be Marty.
He's our new Jack Palance. Yeah.
There we go. Oh, he would be great.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what he should do, because I love Leo as villains in his later period. He's so good at them.
Absolutely.
So,
see, they just need to remake this. They don't need to make a threequel. Just remake this one.
I mean, listen, why aren't the three of us running a production company in Hollywood?
We should just be running Hollywood is what we should be doing.
Exactly. It's crazy.
Come on.
So before we finish up the conversation, I'm
Yes.
just going to put this out there. I looked up the opening weekend that this came out.
All
This
right.
was released in August of 1988, the same weekend that this came out. You could have possibly seen Mac and Me and the Last Temptation of Christ.
Oh,
were released the same day as Young Guns.
The same day.
wow.
I like to think of a multiplex playing all three of these movies.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And
Oh my
movie
God, that
hopping
is
from each one.
That is a wild roller coaster ride of places. Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
Hard to believe that Mac and Me even had a theater.
That was my thoughts exactly. I was like, that was made it to
You would have had to
theaters?
track down the
Jeez.
single theater in
Yeah.
Pomona or something
Yeah.
that was playing it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wow.
So true.
All of the not all of, but most of the lobby cards for Young Guns have a Vestron video stamp watermark on them.
So Vestron was probably distributing
Yeah.
something of it. That makes sense.
Or the initial VHS release
Yeah.
of it.
Well, I mean, Vestron did Dirty Dancing.
Wasn't that their first one? Oh, yeah, that was
Yeah.
87. So, okay. Yeah.
And wasn't this like Morgan Creek's first
Yeah.
Yeah.
something or other? I think I read that somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
think
then they
Morgan
did
Creek is still
Dead
around.
Riggers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, these lobby cards are pretty epic. Where these are definitely going on the socials, so listeners, you'll see these. There are some really great promo shoots or promo shots for this movie of these fellas in costume, and the posed shots, and even just the screen grabs. There's some good shit in here. These pictures are pretty good.
That hair on Kiefer.
We keep going back to Kiefer.
It almost looks sort of razor cut.
In this one particular,
In that one,
there's a particular
there's some cool layers in it.
promo shot where Kiefer's hair is just he's got his own little fan. Somebody's holding a fan up to him, like he's Beyonce, just like.
I mean, there's something like eternally hot about like a tight black vest over like a button-up shirt. I love like a little handkerchief across the neck.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think the one Old West outfit that I'm not a big fan of is like the dirty long johns, but there are people that love that shit too. Like dirty, grubby, like what do you call them? They're like flannel pajama or
long johns,
flannel underwear. Yeah. But like I'm looking at a picture right now.
A union suit.
Yeah. Like, old man getting out of bed type of stuff. But man, these like tight black vests with the like long sleeve shirt that's like, plaid with the usually top button. Woo.
See, Kiefer's wearing this kind of wool shirt.
It's kind of like a Okay, sure.
It looks like a coat, but it's
that does look like the photo from the production
and
still.
it looks like
okay,
this.
so here's a question.
Yeah.
What kind of Western hat do you like? Do
That's
you
a
like
really
a
good
classic
question.
cowboy hat? If so, what color do you like? The white one?
Black?
Do you like the Tim McGraw black hat? Do you kind of like the little bowler's cap that you see in Western
Well,
movies?
Billy the Kid, Emilio is wearing a bowler hat.
And then there's also like the Val Kilmer tombstone hat. That's a little more round.
I mean,
What
there's
is
so
like
many
the?
options.
Is it? What is the like kind of Mexican rancher
Yeah.
hat that's kind of got the like? It almost kind of looks like a straw hat, but it's not made of straw.
your kind of cowboy hat that you wear, Scott?
Sure.
Yeah, it's that.
It's almost like a hard plastic.
Yeah, it looks like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love those.
Mm-hmm.
I will say the bowler hat is. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't take it
It's just a
seriously.
little too
Like
much.
when I was like, ugh, this is corny.
Yeah.
Don't come at me with a bowler hat.
No.
That just feels weird, and it feels like you're about to like go play in a saloon.
It's a
or
little
something.
Seamus McFly. Casey's hat throughout this movie has the front of it folded up like an old prospector. Mm-hmm. Like,
Yes,
He's
there's
about to
the
go
prospector
He's about to go
style.
look for gold in the creek.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I like the modern like Kyle Richards like
Sure.
short brim, kind of rounded, a little like Sedona eras.
Yes, it's Sonota Eris.
Yeah.
I like that Charlie has the classic black
Yeah, you like Charlie's
Yeah.
black.
cowboy hat.
Yeah,
Yeah. This is great.
yeah.
There's also, oh my God, I'm looking at Young Guns too. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm wrong. I was like, Alan Ruck? Where, and I'm like,
Yeah,
he
where was he?
not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where was he?
Yeah. God, does Kiefer even wear a cowboy hat in this movie? I think he might not.
It would mess up the hair.
Yeah. Oh, there's a shot with him wearing it. He's kind of rocking the Kyle Richards look that I love so much. It's got the flat top. It doesn't have that divot that Charlie's has. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean,
Is there anything left about Young Guns
do we have any
that we
more
haven't
final
covered?
any more final thoughts?
No, I actually have to thank you guys for, wanting to do this one because, like I said, I think I had a complete Mandela effect when I didn't remember almost a damn thing about this movie at all.
Same.
I totally thought that Bon Jovi's Wanted Dead or Alive was on the soundtrack. It wasn't.
Same.
And totally thought Christian Slater was in it. And so, now I've been able to clear that all up.
Yes.
And it was nice, though, to, like, go back to this era.
Yeah.
It's almost like a time travel of, like, being in middle school, being totally boy crazy.
Yeah.
Loving, like, all these older guys that were, like, had long hair, and they were, like, kind of, like you said, hard rock, heavy metal adjacent. And I don't know. It's like my nostalgia was deep for this.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. Same thing, almost to the T for everything. Conflating the Bon Jovi songs, all of it, but and not remembering much of it. But yeah, I think this movie it did the trick that I think they were attempting to do, was to get young audiences to
Go to a Western.
care about Westerns, by bringing in these like Brat Pack adjacent hunks, onto the screen to play these characters. So it was a lot of fun. I'm glad we did it, and I think most likely Scott and I will be watching Young Guns 2.
Yeah,
just
we're gonna
round it
have
out.
to. I love
Me too.
Christian Slater, so
Yeah.
we'll probably have to check it out.
Yeah,
I think
for
I'm going to
sure.
make Ben watch it. I'm going to make him come to my house and be like, you got to watch Young Guns too. Because he's usually down for like a Western type of thing like this. So
Yeah.
I'm going to make him do it.
All right. Well, Millie, this has been so much fun.
Oh, it's the best.
We're
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you
huge.
again.
We're huge fans of Dear Movies I Love You.
Yes.
Such a
thank
fun
you.
show.
Yes.
Thank you.
Tell our
We're having a
listeners
lot
about
of
it.
fun. So as you probably know, because I've been on here a few times, I used to do a podcast called "I Saw What You Did" with my old co-host Daniel Henderson. We did that for 5 years, and then I started a new one with our old producer Casey O'Brien. It's called "Dear Movies I Love You," also on the Exactly Right Network. But available kind of wherever you get podcasts. And yeah, it's if you wanted to compare the two, I feel like "Dear Movies I Love You" is a little bit just more it's, we're having a lot of fun. There's a lot of different sections. We're kind of keeping it light, we're not doing double features. We kind of do like one movie and talk about themes and comps and all this stuff. And, we have like other sections of the podcast where we talk about like film etiquette or, like we get listeners to call in and give us their film gripes and all this stuff. So, we're having fun. But then Danielle and I don't know if you know this, but
I saw.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So Danielle had the itch to do a podcast again. And so her and we just started a brand new Patreon only podcast, which is called Our Fucking House. And it's about being homeowners, single Gen X female homeowners, because she bought a farm.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the full like arc about the squirrels and wildlife.
Yeah.
Oh, and the contractors.
Yeah, and the contractor.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And at that time I was still renting because I recently just bought a house in the past like 6 months here in Atlanta. And everything that she said was true. Like all of her battles are now my battles. And I'm like, holy shit. Like you set it up for me. Now I know exactly what the hell you're talking about. But anyway, that's very loose too. We're just on Patreon, gabbing and, talking about home ownership. So yeah, that's
awesome.
It. Yeah.
Great. Well,
thank you so much, Millie.
Yeah, listeners, go check out all of that for more of Millie and Danielle and Casey and the whole gang. But thank you so much again. And you're always welcome to come on for a movie you have or have not seen.
Yeah, who knows what I remember?
What?
Yeah.
Okay. We watched Harry and the Hendersons a few weeks ago, and I had that realization of, I've never seen Harry and the Hendersons.
When you thought you did?
When I thought that I did.
Gosh, yeah.
You just think that you have through osmosis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing. We did an episode of Dear Movies on Space Jam, and I thought Space Jam was everything from, MC Scat Cat from Paul Abdul to Michael
World.
Jackson's Jam video.
Oh, sure.
I remembered, so many fucking things that didn't even happen in Space
just wrong.
Jam.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're getting to that age, guys.
It's
That's
happening.
the problem.
Yes. Yeah.
So, hate to say it.
I know. Well, on that note, thanks again. We will see you next time. It was great catching up with you. Listeners, do not go anywhere. We've got plenty of shows still coming up, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, listeners. Thanks for sticking around to the very end.
Yeah. Big thanks to Millie. Go check out her show, Dear Movies, I Love You.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, thank you so much, Millie, for suggesting that we talked about Young Guns.
Millie was one of the first people, I would say one of the first handful of guests that did an episode of our show.
Yeah, she sure was. She sure was. She's been hanging out with us since the very beginning. So
deep friend of the pod.
Yeah, good old friend of the pod. But I think right now
is it time?
It's time
for the weekly rewind.
Yeah, let's talk about some rewinds.
Okay, so we
watching?
have seen a few movies since we recorded the Young Guns main episode. The same day that we did Young Guns, we went to Star Wars, The Mandalorian, and Grogu.
Yes, indeed.
All right. I try really hard to not be a complete hater and to let people enjoy things.
Yeah.
But Star Wars, The Mandalorian, and Grogu, much like my experience with Scream 7 earlier this year, is I do have kind of this realization when watching these movies of maybe these aren't really for me anymore. And I think that's my take on Star Wars, The Mandalorian, Grogu.
Sure.
I found this to be a pretty nothing movie.
Yeah. Okay. Now I have watched most, if not all, of Star Wars for television from Disney Plus originals.
Is there any that you haven't watched? Have you watched all of it?
There's a new animated series out right now that's focused on Darth Maul. Shadow something. Haven't finished. I watched like 2 episodes. Good, compelling. Just
you're the bigger Star Wars
yes
person in the relationship.
There is the Bad Batch. I did not finish the last season, but I mean I loved The Acolyte. I loved Skeleton Crew. Ahsoka, I watched Rebels, so I think Ahsoka really feels like a Rebels season 4. I like all of the Mandalorian TV series. The Book of Boba Fett I found a little lost in its kind of focus. I think that we were promised a movie from Dave Filoni that was going to tie together all of the live action shows. This was not that. I think that as a viewer of TV properties that have moved to the movies, Star Trek, Serenity, not that many others, but, typically this signals the end of the TV project, right? And for me, it did feel like this is not setting up a new series of Mandalorian movies. To me, I'm expecting this to be the end of the Mandalorian and Grogu and their story, right? The show is called The Mandalorian. Now this movie is The Mandalorian and Grogu. Now they're a duo.
Do you think
right?
that maybe Dave Filoni, that was the idea?
Yes.
And they were just told by executives, we need more.
Yes.
And
now,
don't wrap up anything.
Right. So I'm expecting this to be the culmination of their story. I want big things to happen. This is a movie. We're paying almost $30 to go see this, and so I'm wanting their story to wrap up. I'm wanting loopholes to be closed. I'm wanting Grogu to speak. I'm wanting something to happen with the Mandalorian, with Din Djarin. We get none of that. We get a story that you don't have to watch any of the TV series to follow. You don't need to know any Star Wars deep lore. You don't need to know any background of these two characters. All you need to know is shiny guy know how fight, little green guy very cute. That's it. The stakes in this movie are not very high at all.
I thought the story was really weird.
It feels like two separate stories that don't really have any sort of linking together at all, that feel like a couple of episodes of a season of a show that didn't get produced.
Don't get me started on all of the marketing and trailers that just don't really give me movie from any of it.
No, the poster is
the
bad.
poster looks like it's a streaming show.
The marketing is bad. It looks like someone made it at home. I just feel like, why did this need to be a movie? It didn't. This looks like a truncated season 4. It's open-ended. It's not an ending. It feels like there could be more. This is just to sell tickets to people who don't know what Star Wars is, and they're going to be fine watching it. And if they want to do more, they can. And if they don't want to do more, they'll just end it like they do with a lot of other Star Wars and not give us anything.
It feels a little empty to me.
Yeah.
As a movie.
Empty. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first half I was like, this is the movie? This is the whole movie? Is going to be this Jabba the Hutt thing? That's it? And then that ended, and I was like, oh, that's over now. So now there's, okay, we got a bunch of little Babu Fricks flying this tiny spaceship. Cute. Love it. Give me more of that. Then I was like, but this is the movie now? But this is a whole nother story. What? If it's giving Ewok Adventure.
Not Ewok Adventure. I kind of like Ewok Adventure, though. I also was reading some reviews. I think it was Matt Singer's review of whenever George Lucas would defend the prequels, that he would say these are children's movies.
Right.
Are these even children's movies, or are they movies made for dads?
Oh, they're definitely made for dads.
Yeah.
I think they're made for kids, too, kind of. But, yeah, I don't know.
Are kids going to be really that involved with the Jeremy Allen White Hutt character?
I'm not my dad.
All of Jeremy Allen White's dialogue that sounded like it was recorded off of a voicemail.
But he also said the same thing every time he spoke. Like, I'm not my father.
Like, the most, like, Jeremy Allen White's performance is, like, clearly he really wants to be there.
Why was it even him?
Yeah.
Could have been anybody. It was weird.
Also, Sigourney Weaver.
Why was she in this movie?
She maybe went in on a long weekend and did everything.
Yeah.
Because it's only
two scenes?
Two scenes.
Yeah. Where she's actually there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why is it Sigourney Weaver?
And I think all of her stuff is used in the ad campaign.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
All of it.
Every moment that she's on screen is in the trailer. Yeah. I think there were bigger moments on the show. I didn't see anything that were just like, wow, that was so cool. I think there's stuff on the show that was bigger, more fun, more exciting, more wow moments.
I mean, we'll see if this Ryan Gosling movie is going to be better. The Starfighter movie.
Right.
And I know that is designed to be that is one movie.
Yeah. Yeah, standalone Star Wars adventure.
But yeah, we'll see. We saw Passenger last night.
We did. We saw Passenger.
This director did The Last Voyage of the Demeter.
Yes.
And what was his other movie that...
Oh, yeah.
He did Troll Hunter was his big breakout. His other movie that he did, let me look this up. He is a Norwegian director.
Andrew Orvidal, he did The Autopsy of Jane Doe. Scary Stories
to Tell in the Dark.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Mm-hmm. I think it was fun. It was tense.
It's fine. I think there's some good scares in it. Yeah. I really like the idea of doing a haunted highway movie.
Yeah.
Montana has a lot of urban legends of haunted highways. I mean, that's a big thing is the mysterious hitchhiker.
Montana is all open roads.
All open roads, all open back roads that aren't main highways.
Yeah.
There was a spooky story of one of the highways going outside of Great Falls, Montana, that there was there's a man walking on the side of the road, and he appears to you as you're driving your car, on your hood. Yeah, like you've run him over. It's very creep show.
Very creep show.
I do find some of this movie to be a little overcooked. There's a lot going on in the script.
Yeah. I don't know. I found that it was kind of a simple story to me. I thought it was spooky enough, but I don't know that it felt like, this is going to be
how many people are going missing?
I mean, you can't start breaking down the story of the
And Passenger. We were kind of wondering it follows a premise of when does this passenger...
It attaches itself to
you.
Yeah.
Do you have to help out? Do you have to, discover the wreck from the previous one?
Yeah. It does. Yeah. See, we can't start poking holes in it.
But then the opening scene...
They didn't do that. They just
stopped the car to pee.
Yeah.
We were talking about the two guys in the opening scene.
Don't stop.
If they're a couple. You think that they're a couple.
I think that they are, but maybe I'm misreading the situation. Maybe it was just because he was calling, so that's why his picture showed up on the lock screen.
Sure.
Because it was his call.
Okay.
Like if you call me, your picture's going to show up, but if my mom called me, my mom's picture going to show up. My mom's not on my lock screen.
I like to think that they're a couple.
Secret couple. Why not? Mm-hmm. Why couldn't they be?
But yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
We finished the Kylie documentary on Netflix.
We sure did.
I've been listening to Kylie Minogue.
You have been listening to
Kylie Minogue.
Kylie Minogue. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I knew limited things about her. I knew that she came from Neighbours in Australia and they got her into music.
Yes.
I knew that Kylie's exposure in America was very limited.
Yes.
Before her album in 2001 with Can't Get You Out of My Head.
Right.
That was really the song that broke her in the States.
Right. We knew her from Locomotion, but that was it. Yeah. It was a one-hit wonder of a pop girly doing a...
And we don't even think I Should Be So Lucky even charted in America.
I don't believe it.
And that was her big song in Australia and the UK.
That was her breakout song.
That was her big breakout.
Yeah. But I don't recall that song being a hit. Not to say that it wasn't.
I remember Locomotion when I was a kid.
Yes, as do I. Yeah.
And I can still remember it like it was yesterday, sitting in art class in high school, and some girls talking about Can't Get You Out of My Head in the music video, and they're like, that's Kylie Minogue from Locomotion.
Yeah.
From when we were kids.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How crazy is that?
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of knew in the middle 90s, right before Can't Get You Out of My Head, that she was becoming a little bit of like a dance pop kind of gay sensation, but not really knowing the music, but people being like little factoids. Oh, she's a girl from Australia. Oh, she's really tiny. Oh, she's older than you think. Because it's one of those things where it's like, even at the time, they're like, Kylie's like almost 40.
Mm-hmm. No, in her 30s.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But the documentary was very charming. She came off very charming. It was very
We got
touching.
some interviews with Danny Minogue, which I didn't really know was a thing until we went to Scotland this past year, and there was a joke over on the mic about the guy who was hosting karaoke made a Danny Minogue joke.
Yes.
And the bartender said to quit slagging off Danny Minogue.
Quit slagging off Danny Minogue. For feck's sake. Yeah.
So now whenever I see Danny Minogue, I just think of that bartender.
Yes. Yeah. And I knew of her, and I knew that Kylie had a pop star pop star sister. But what we didn't know was that Danny started her pop career first. Well,
yeah.
Kylie was still acting.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that part. So yeah, we didn't know really a lot about their backstory, but it's a really well done doc, and very insightful on Kylie's life and career. And so
yeah, check it out.
We recommend for sure.
We need to get to the Martin Short one.
Yes, we want to watch the Martin Short, and we want to watch The Burrows on Netflix. So we've got a couple of Netflix things that we're going to watch.
That's the Stranger Things at the old folks' home.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, the battery's not included. Mm-hmm. The Cocoon, Stranger Things. Yeah. So we're excited for a couple of Netflix shows for once.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Hey, I watched all of The Lord of the Flies.
Yes, you did. You sure did. Yeah. So is that about everything for the rewind?
So.
All right. Well, that just means
the Patreon shout-outs?
Yes. Time for the Patreon shout-outs. Sorry about that. As always, want to say a great big thank you and hello to all of our wonderful active patrons, including Chen Ming, Dana, Lisa, Jonathan, both Jonathans, Teresa, Robbie, Callum, Chava, Kitsch Barbie Clubhouse, Ronnie, Matt, Carla, Megan, Andrew, Stephen, SBR, Ashanti, Brian, Amy, Erica, Anna, our friends at Hattie Drew, Andy, Kate, Roberto, Daisy, Kelly, Chrissy, Laura, Thomas, Lori, Brenna, Lawrence, Lisa, Alexis, Thomas, Millie, Benny, Melanie, Susan, Paul, Jamie, Drew, Genevieve, Dawn, Josh, Aaron, Nick and Shannon, Christine, and Rufino. Thank you guys for being patrons.
Join the Movies That Made Us Gay Patreon at patreon.com/movies that made us gay and get awesome bonus content. We have 3 levels of tiers, from a thoughtful donation at the $1 level. At the $5 level, you'll get the TV shows that keep us gay, where every month we pick a TV show and talk about it. We just recorded our Xena Warrior Princess episode earlier today. Yes, and at the top tier, $10 level, you'll get our Watch With Us commentaries, where you can watch a movie along with us, and it works as its own episode. Join today, and you'll also get a little shout-out on the weekly episode.
Yes, indeed. You can go ahead and follow, subscribe on your podcast listening application. You will get notified when new episodes drop, just like this one. And if you are so inclined, go ahead and leave us a good review and a 5-star rating. We'll read any new reviews on upcoming episodes. Follow our socials. We're most active on Instagram, where we are at Movies That Made Us Gay. Give us a follow, give us a like, give us a share, give us a repost, give us a comment. All that stuff helps us to read a wider audience. Go ahead and follow our personals if you are so inclined as well. My name is Pete. I'm at Peter Lasagna on Instagram.
Scott Youngballer on Instagram, and follow my letterbox.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, everybody. Until next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.